Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at some brand new Yu-Gi-Oh cards coming out in the game. We got new Tearalaments support cards coming out, and on top of that we got new info on the new Crystal Beast stuff coming out for the TCG. So starting right off, let's kick it off with some of the newer Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So these are going to be in the form of a new fusion support monster named Tearalaments Lucaros over here. So it's a level 8 Water Aqua fusion effect monster with 3,000 attack and 2,500 defense points. And it requires Tearalaments K Takaros and 1 Tearalaments monster. I think it's just a spelling error right there, but yeah, it should be Tearalaments monster. Next up, though, it says that you can only use the second and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. So the first part is your other Aqua monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. The second part is when your opponent activates a card or effect that includes special summoning a monsters. As a quick effect, you negate the activation if you do destroy that card. Then send one Tearalaments card from your hand or face up on the field to the graveyard. The third effect is, if this fusion summon card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can special summon this card. This card's definitely going to be good. I mean, Tearalaments are already considered pretty high tier in terms of like the meta. Like, it's already like an A, almost an S tier deck. Obviously, Splight is still going to be the most dominant, like, you know, new archetype coming out into the game. But this deck is good. It just, because there's a little bit of RNG, sometimes it doesn't just roll in your favor. Next up, though, we have the Tearalaments Grief, which is a new normal spell card that says you can only use the one of the first and second effect of this card's name per turn and only once that turn. So the first part is to special summon one Tearalaments monster or one Vista Starfrost from your deck or graveyard. And if you do send one monster you control with the same type or attribute to the graveyard. Wow, that's actually really good. The second part is if this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target one of your banished Tearalaments traps and add to your hand. Okay, which was the monster, but nonetheless, still like a decent little card. Next up, though, we have Tearalaments Heartbeats. So that is a new quick play spell card that says you can only use one of the first and second effects of this card's name per turn and only once that turn. So the first part is to target one spell or trap on the field. Shuffle it into the deck, then send one card from your hand to the graveyard, and if you control a Vista Starfrost at activation, you can target 2 spell/traps instead. Second part is if this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you target a Tearalaments trap in your graveyard and add to your hand. So they're really letting us recycle the traps here. Next up, we have the Tearalaments Scream, which is a continuous spell card that says you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name each once per turn. The first part of the effect is if a monster is normal or special summon and you control a Tearalaments monster or a Vista Starfrost, you can send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. Wow, and as a continuous too. Wow, that is so good. Also, all face-up monsters your opponent controls will lose 500 attack for the rest of the turn. Okay, a small little bonus. The second effect is if this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you get to target one Tearalaments trap from your deck to your hand. Okay, you can add a Tearalaments trap from your deck to your hand. Okay, so they're really trying to support adding all of the traps back, but like just being able to dump through. Could you guys imagine this card in Lightsworn, right? I mean, technically, as long as you control Vista Starfrost, you can also activate it. So I don't know if any other archetypes will just like kind of throw this in, but the fact that like if something comes out, you're just like, okay, mill 3. Like, could you imagine that? Again, in Lightsworn, if you control a Lightsworn monster, you just mill 3 every single time. You know, it's, well, I believe it's once per turn, but like just being able to get like basically a charge of Light Brigade, you can maybe mill Wolf. Like, I don't know. I just think it's like pretty good, but obviously, at the end of the day, it's still like random. That's probably why Splight is going to be so dominant. Now, next up, these are the new artworks for the Battles of Legend Crystal Revenge. And so we have a lot of different packs over here. A lot of people are like really excited about this. But the most important thing that I want to go over, because I did already cover the cards. If you guys want to check that out, I'll try to remember to pin it down below. But we already covered all of the new Crystal Beast cards. There's actually one card that's actually okay. But if you're wondering, can it be S tier? It's far from it, honestly. But the most important thing is we have the price per pack, and specifically the launch date, which is actually important. It's not coming out for a long time, guys. It's basically the end of this year. But hey, at least we know now what the release date is, and obviously a lot of people are really excited about the box art. But anyways, that's going to cover it up, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new here and you don't want to miss out on new Yu-Gi-Oh cards, subscribe to the bell, and you'll definitely see more new Yu-Gi-Oh cards very soon. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace!